traveling the world in search of peppers by yourself, your heart opens and you're set on a quest, a vision. If you keep pushing forward, it's just over that next ridge, or maybe that next town market, maybe the next waterfall. It's always about that next pepper. But when you're traveling with someone you love, it isn't just about you anymore.
Ready to go on a pepper hunt?
Yeah, but we're gonna have fun too, right?
Oh yeah.
Our journey began in a little town just outside of Quito.
Mitad del Mundo, the center of the earth. And I'm standing in it.
We had a hunch there'd be some wild capsicum in this area, but first we wanted to learn more about this magical place.
When you're at the center of the world, you can balance, you're supposed to be able to balance an egg on the head of a nail. I got it. Yeah. Jen is currently in the northern hemisphere, and I'm currently in the southern hemisphere.
We are on opposite sides of the earth.
But yet we're so close.
That smile meant she was having fun.
We're here at Mitad del Mundo, center of the world, and we just found some peppers in their little garden. Let's check them out.
These ají criollo plants had seen better days, but it was a neat find nonetheless.
Cool little garden peppers, huh? Looks like we got some baccatum here.
In Ecuador, ají criollo is Capsicum baccatum, and these had some lovely purple splotching on the back of each petal.
What'd you find?
Snails.
Let me see.
That one there. One there. See right there? They're all chilling on this plant.
So another endemic wild capsicum to this area is Capsicum rhomboideum. Check it out. Let's find a flower. Right here.
You know, to be honest, I would have been perfectly content with just the ají criollo, but finding a true Andean clade wild capsicum made stopping off at Mitad del Mundo the perfect way to begin our adventure. As we made our way further west out of Quito and into the cloud forests of the Andes, the next destination on our pepper hunting adventure was El Pahuma Orchid Reserve. Orchids are cool, but the Pacay waterfall really steals the show in this reserve. Besides, we were here for capsicum anyway. The diversity among plant species on these trails was overwhelming. There were even some tricky lycianthes that got our hopes up from afar.
No, false alarm.
That is, until we found the flowers.
I'm trying to treat, I'm sorry.
After being fooled countless times, we finally found what we were searching for. Capsicum lycianthoides, a true Andean clade capsicum, endemic only to these cloud forests of the Andes. As we wandered through the lush greenery of the reserve, every waterfall revealed its own unique magic and reminded us just why this journey is so special.
Good job.
What do we got here?
There's another one right here. This says berries, whatever it is.
In this region of the Andes in particular, there is definitely some overlap between this species and that of Capsicum gemminifolium. But a safe diagnostic for Capsicum lycianthoides is that gamma-petalous corolla, the glabrous leaves and stems, and those horn-like calyx appendages.
So you're looking for a little break in the canopy to let some light in, and they'll be sticking out right into the light.
As we made our way out of the reserve, the question was still lingering in both of our minds. Where could those elusive berries be hiding? We were hoping our next stop at Bella Vista Cloud Forest Reserve could bring us closer to the answer.
So the beauty of driving in South America is sometimes you go 20 miles up the mountain on roads like this and you come to a dead end and you can't go nowhere because of a landslide. This is what landslides look like. I think I found out why we were the only ones on this road 20 miles up the mountain. What do you think? What do you think about that? Huh?
Lord.
Floored? Yeah. Ain't no passing that. So we gotta turn around now.
Can you do it right here?
I'm gonna do it somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Landslides are a part of life in the Andes. You learn to live with it. When you're traveling through these mountains, you learn to expect delays. You expect to get turned around. Hell, some people don't even make it home. And this was a setback, that's true. But that's travel. It's all part of the adventure. Besides, all roads to the Mindo Valley were clear. And despite this being one of the rainiest locations on Earth, the weather was perfect. This mountainous watershed in the western slopes of the Andes is the meeting place of two of the world's most biologically diverse ecoregions, the Chacoan lowlands and the tropical Andes. It also happens to be home to Capsicum lycianthoides, and I intended on finding those berries. But first, we wanted to see what the town of Mindo truly had to offer.
Butterfly garden.
Where?
Mindo. Maybe. Marifisarium?
Mariposas de Mindo was an enchanting system of trails where Jim and I could just let the beauty of 1,000 butterflies reconnect us to nature and to one another. From adventure tours to culinary wining and dining, Mindo seemed like an endless maze with something for every type of traveler. We tended to like the wine and dining while we were there.
¿Cómo se llama este ají? ¿Piollo?
No.
Solo ají. ¿Es picante?
There's just no way you could hit up all the restaurants in Mindo, but that didn't stop us from trying. And we didn't forget to ask for the ají, because every chef has their own unique spin on it. Exploring Mindo after sundown also revealed some really cool places to grab a drink, hear some live music, and get to know the local people. And speaking of the local people, meet Marlene. She's a bit camera shy, but she's one of the caretakers here at the Yellow House Trails in Mindo. And after we got done washing a few clothes, it was these trails that we intended on finding those berries in. From the moment we entered the gate to these renowned bird-watching trails, the sounds of civilization drifted and gave way to that of the cloud forest. Every rustle from the understory piquing our interests and distracting us from the mission at hand.
Jen, what did you find?
I found a lycianthes.
Actually, I thought you found Capsicum geminiformium.
Oh, my bad.
And a red berry in that. Actually, Jim was right. This was Capsicum lycianthoides.
So I think the main difference between them is when the fruit is mature, geminiformium are going to be pendant or pendulous, hanging down, and Lycianthes like to stick upwards. The morphology overlaps between the two so much it's hard to differentiate.
And that's really the beauty of being able to observe a species for the first time in its natural habitat. Sometimes you don't even have the full picture until you return home from the trip. But luckily for us, there were plenty of specimens to observe among these trails.
See how it has the leaf pairs?
So it's growing two out of every...
Two, right.
So, okay, so every, knuckle, there's two.
Exactly. Every entry.
On some sections of the trail, you could even find swaths of them, almost like carpets of plants reaching out into the sunlight.
You have some flowers here.
Oh, nice. Good job, babe.
Plant after plant, berry after berry. These trails had so many specimens we couldn't even photograph them all. Our mission here in the Mindo Valley was complete, and it was time to make our way onto the next destination. After having such a great time in the northwestern slopes of the Andes, it was time to try our luck in the southeastern part of Ecuador.
Where you at?
Loja.
Our sights were set on Podocarpus National Park. For what? I wasn't exactly sure. I just had a feeling we would find something on those eastern slopes down here. After a short pit stop in Loja to check out some market peppers, we would soon find out. Loja is a bustling metropolis in the Cuxibamba Valley and home to over 250,000 people. While we would have loved to stay longer and get to know the area, there really was only enough time to find a few peppers and continue on our journey.
Zen oh. You gonna get it?
¿Encontró los aquí? Se llama escabeche.
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 Es como ají amarillo.
O ají amarillo alargado que lo utilizan mucho los peruanos. Es muy rico. Luego tenemos que es una mezcla del escabeche con el maracuyá. Es con la fruta de maracuyá.
Okay.
Es muy rico también. Es como agridulce.
Maracuya, that's passion fruit.
Este es con tamarindo. Otra fruta. Son sabores característicos por la fruta. Luego ya viene que se llama rocoto. Es un ají rojo como una manzanita pequeño.
Manzanita, apple.
Como si fuera una manzana, la forma del ají.
That one's good, I bet.
It's good, yeah. The ricotta for them.
Este ají tiene la característica, no cambia, siempre se mantiene verde. Por eso es la coloración así del ají. Siempre es verde. Luego tenemos que es ahumado. Este es muy rico. Perciben el aroma también, cómo huele. Es como un barbecue, pero picante.
Barbecue. That's good. Good.
Smoky.
Sí, así mismo se llama.
Ah.
Oh my God, I want all of them.
Quieres todo.
Ok. Y este es el Carolina, el que están llevando.
All right, this is the good one.
The one that you
Este
tried.
es muy fuerte.
My mouth is already starting to be on fire. Now I'm gonna eat this one.
¿Tú no quieres probarlos tú? ¿Quieres probarlos tú? Sí. Rocoto.
Sweet puppy. You like the smoke one? I like the smoky. Ahumado. Oh, okay. Ahumado.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Entonces no olviden lo de las botellas.
Okay.
¿Ya? Para que puedan volver a comprar.
Gracias.
A ustedes.
Hasta luego.
Gracias.
Okay, maybe there was enough time to try some hot sauce on some chifas, but we really did have to hit the road and head towards Podocarpus National Park. The drive from Loja into the Zamora Chinchipe province along those winding cloud forest roads was simply breathtaking, the kind of beauty a camera isn't capable of conveying. Around the halfway point, we did make a stop at Estacion Scientifica San Francisco. We were searching for Capsicum longifolium, but unfortunately, we were denied entry. That didn't stop me from trying my luck at the hydroelectric facility less than a kilometer away, though.
Por allá, derecho del río.
¿El sendero?
Vamos a ver. Aquí derecho del río es por acá. ¿Sí? ¿No es cierto? ¿Dónde están las plantas del río?
No.
¿No es por acá?
Es demasiado arriba. Hola. Buena.
Mucho cuidado.
Sí.
Sketchy entry point? Check. Convincing Jen to go off trail? Debatable.
Torn up by these bugs again.
What's wrong?
Are you serious?
They let us in. We got our bug spray on. We're going in. I wouldn't move slowly, I'll tell you that. You made it! Alrighty, let's take a look. See what we find.
See that mountain in the background? That's the correct elevation for longifolium. This was no trail. There was no entry to get up to the elevation, and Jen was not feeling it. It was really sketchy, even for me. I guess what I was hoping for was like a clearing on the side of the river, maybe a path of least resistance, but it was just unstable boulders and slippery rock faces the whole way up. I could tell she was nervous, so we made the call and bailed. Longifolium will just have to be added to the list of unfinished business. We grabbed some arepas at a little tienda on the way out. Needless to say, words were few and far between. But that's why it's called wild capsicum hunting. You don't always find it. The Andes can have a way of holding things back from you and only unveiling that which you are ready for. As we made our final push towards Podocarpus National Park, the differences between the eastern and western slopes of the Andes became more obvious. Every breath on this side of the Andes felt like taking in the life of the Amazon rainforest itself. Zamora, the city of birds and waterfalls. It would be our base camp and entry point to Podocarpus National Park. Nestled at the convergence of the Zamora, Babuscaro, and the Hamboi rivers, Zamora is also home to one of the world's largest clocks. And it was time to find some market peppers. The grocery stores are always a good place to start your pepper search when you get to a new town. They might be common, but they give you an idea of what's in the area.
¿Cómo se llama este? ¿Cómo se llama este?
Aquí.
Solo así.
Sí, solo que porque el otro aquí es de árbol.
Sí, rocoto.
Ese es de árbol. Aquí de árbol y aquí rocoto es de ahí.
¿No rocoto aquí?
No, ese no rocoto.
Ah, ok. ¿Y este?
Pimiento.
Pimiento. Ok. ¿Y este?
Ese es igual, pimiento grande, amarillo, sí.
Gracias, muchas gracias. Sí.
Pepper travel tip while in South America. Don't be afraid to use your best Spanish to ask the locals what they call a pepper. The answers may surprise you or lead you on an entirely new adventure.
Holy cow. Now that's a pimiento. Look at this.
Gosh. It's massive and it's heavy.
After scoring at the grocery stores, we hit up the local Mercado Centro to see if there were any peppers we may have missed.
Pimiento. Y amarillo, ¿sí? Oh. That's a good one. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuánto?
40.
Es todo. Para ti. No necesito. Gracias.
¿El cambio? Gracias.
Gracias. Ají amarillo. That's a real good one there. Look at that, dude. And these are ricotta. I don't know what they're tripping. They don't think that's ricotta. Escabeche. Okay. Para ti. Para ti.
So I put it in there?
Yep. Escabeche is what they're calling that. Y ricotta. Pimientón. Escabeche, ¿no? Sí. Escabeche es como ají amarillo, ¿sí? Buenas. ¿Qué ají es más picante?
¿Aquí?
Sí.
Este.
¿Rocoto? ¿No?
Sí.
¿Sí? Rocoto.
Ajá.
Okay. Gracias.
Yeah.
Escabeche?
Is it?
Maybe.
Different.
Ají amarillo, sí. Wow, that's a fat one. It's gordo. Este. Solo este. Everybody's got the same ones. Escabeche, rocoto. ¿Qué ají es más picante?
Eso aquí es picante.
¿Es rocoto?
Pero-
¿Se llama rocoto?
Sí, es rocoto,
Ok.
pero hay uno más pequeñito que es más picante de eso, pero
¿De dónde es de más pequeños? ¿No en Zamora?
sí se ve aquí en Zamora, pero sale por temporadas.
Ah,
Ajá.
sí.
Ese de aquí es más, se lo trae más comercial.
maybe en restaurantes más pequeños.
Este se lleva para el restaurante, este.
Ah,
Ajá.
okay. Gracias.
Ya.
Muchas gracias.
We found a ton of cool peppers, and the day had only just begun. After leaving the markets, we grabbed some lunch at a bistro called Semillas. If you ever find yourself eating here in Zamora, Ecuador, don't forget to ask for the ají.
We were trying to say there's an ecological place up that trail.
As we drove up the entry road for Podocarpus, we could feel the jungle closing in around us, and we still didn't know what it was we were here to find.
Where are we at?
Podocarpus.
And of course, Jen came prepared with the bug spray.
What's better than umbrellas for this?
Oh, I'm nothing. I'm super fashionable.
The search starts now, so keep your eyes peeled. All right, what are we looking for? We have no idea, but something's in here. Maybe.
As we entered Podocarpus National Park, we carefully navigated the intricate ant trails crisscrossing our path, a reminder of the bustling life hidden within this vibrant ecosystem. Podocarpus National Park in Ecuador is a breathtaking sanctuary of biodiversity, where towering trees of vibrant flora create a haven for countless wildlife species. As soon as we crossed the footbridge over the rushing quebradas below, we were greeted by fluttering parades of butterflies, the buzz of wasps, and the camouflage elegance of stick bugs. The first plant to catch my eye was from the Witheringea genus, its striking foliage standing out amongst the lush greenery. But then something really caught my eye.
It appears we have found Cuatresia species, a couple of fruit. Let's go find one with some flowers, huh? Yeah, leaf pairing. And those are just killer looking undersides. And I think we've found a berry here. One little Cuatresia berry. I think we got some ripe berries up there. Let's try to get them. Oh yeah. Little Cuatresia berries, and these actually have little calyxes forming. Huh.
While I wasn't certain which species it was, I suspected it to be Cuatresia riparia, a species which boasts the largest range of variants and distribution within the Cuatresia genus. The name riparia fits perfectly given its preferred habitat being in transition zones near rivers and streams. We were thrilled to find both purple and white-flowered specimens. Observing this remarkable plant in its natural environment was a curious experience. To be honest, we couldn't get over how similar these plants were to some of the Andean capsicum species. For us, this discovery really underscores the importance of land conservation in the Andes, preserving such a unique biodiversity for future generations.
So, that's Lycianthes.
The further into the trail system we walked, the more this other plant kept revealing itself. With no flowers and fruits to be found, my best guess was something in the Lycianthes genus. Then something ominous caught my eye. A sign warning us this would be the end of our trail.
I don't think we've found the end.
Something you learn while traveling the world is to always pay attention to the signage and take heed. Bars block the way to a wooden bridge spanning the rushing river below, preventing us from going any further. Our journey had reached an unexpected halt.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Bien? ¿Y tú? Gracias. Estamos buscando. La planta se llama capsicum, ¿tú sabes? Es como ají de monte.
Ya sí.
¿Tú sabes?
No.
And even if they don't know, it never hurts to ask a local. The Chismosas waterfall and its mesmerizing cascades call to us, reminding us it's not always about the next discovery. Sometimes you have to pause, breathe, and embrace the beauty around you. Discover what's right in front of you. We let the water carry us, connecting with each other and the serene wonder of this place. In that moment, we found something even more precious than what we had been searching for. Our time spent in the southeastern slopes of the Andes is something we will never forget.
What'd you think?
It was fun, and you found what you expected to find.
Yep, good times at Podocarpus National Park.
After exploring the spiciest corners of mainland Ecuador in our pursuit of peppers, we touched down in the Galapagos.
Where are you at?
Galapagos. Lots of animals. Pepper hunting. I want to see the penguins, but I don't think they're very prominent right now. Neither are the flamingos, but honestly, you didn't see anything.
This volcanic archipelago, renowned for its unique biodiversity, is home to some of the rarest animals and pepper varieties on the planet. For centuries, sailors traversing the vast Pacific Ocean often spoke of mysterious islands that would appear and disappear, shrouded in clouds and mist. The Galapagos Islands were among these legendary places. A childhood dream come to life.
I never locked this door, so you can just show you. This is your patio here. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Just walking through this garden. It's a beautiful entrance of the sea.
We decided to begin our journey in Puerto Ayora, the bustling heart of the Galapagos Islands, where the vibrant streets and coastal charms set the perfect stage for our spicy quest. Here, amidst the lively atmosphere, we prepare to uncover the fiery secrets hidden within these legendary isles. As we walked the docks, the unique wildlife formed our welcoming committee and provided plenty of entertainment while we waited on our taxi boats. When you're ready to venture out into different parts of the island, these boats are only a whistle away. And unlike most things on the island, they're very affordable.
Oye, aquí rentamos máscaras para hacer snorkeling en la grieta.
Ah.
Que les vaya muy bien en la grieta.
Ah, okay. Gracias.
Okay.
Our mission with the highest precedence at this point of the trip was simply to have as much fun as possible, and a hike out to Las Grietas was just what we needed. Along the path to these unique wildlife watering holes, we made sure to stop at all of the human watering holes too.
Michelada? I'm from the highlands due to the currents and the different cracks and tunnels, so the fresh water get to that place, okay?
The volcanic landscapes here in the Galapagos are truly alien.
But it is Earth.
I don't think so. I think our plane took us somewhere special.
Even the cacti looked alien.
How weird is that?
Sort of looks like a pine tree, doesn't it?
But it's just a cactus.
It's a good place, many fishes, less people, more fishes.
The most valuable resource in the Galapagos is fresh water. It's sort of a big deal here.
You going down in Las Grietas?
Seems that way. There's no water over there.
With no natural springs anywhere on the island, these rainwater-filled lava tunnels have long provided the local inhabitants with a miniature oasis to cool off and escape the brutal conditions of the exposed volcanic landscapes. After watching Jen have all the fun, it was time for me to take the plunge, jump in, and absorb the majestic gift that is Las Grietas, and getting to share it with the love of my life.
Is that cool?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Glad I got
What'd you see under there?
a bunch of fish. Little fun tropical looking fish. And then these big gray and yellow ones kind of like were in like a little group and they swam along with me. That was fun.
If you ever find yourself in the Galapagos, a visit to Las Grietas is something you simply cannot pass up. The trails leading in and out of this freshwater reprieve will take you past some of the wildest landscapes and wildlife on the entire planet. And a really cool aspect of heading back home after our day trips on Santa Cruz Island was getting to hop another relaxing taxi boat ride. It truly is the best way to get around the islands and see the real Galapagos. We started off the next morning with some bologna, an Ecuadorian desayuno classic. Our target destination today would be the infamous Tortuga Bay. After finishing our bologna with some ají ahumado sauce, we were headed back out to the docks to await our water taxi. Sometimes they can be a little behind schedule, but we didn't let that ruin a perfectly beautiful day. When you're traveling the world in search of anything, especially peppers, I suggest you learn the art of going with the flow. Because in South America, good things come to those who wait.
What'd you think about surfing those waves in?
It was a little bit
Sketchy?
a little bit sketchy. Yeah.
When you hop off the boat here at Tortuga Bay, we recommend you try and get to the beach before anyone else. Stake a claim on your mangrove tree early on, because the sun here is intense. We lounged under the shade of the trees, soaking it all in, making sure to take frequent dips when it got too hot.
Are you having a good time?
Having a great time.
As a lifelong herp enthusiast, getting to chill alongside the marine iguanas was a childhood dream come true. Walking the beach there was like navigating little iguana field mines. They were everywhere, enjoying the waves just as much as we were. These gnarly Godzilla-looking dudes really define what it means to be a lounge lizard. As the sun began to set on Tortuga Bay, we could see our boat returning amongst the waves in the distance. Sun-kissed and fully satisfied, we knew our adventure exploring this remote bay was coming to an end. It was time to aim our pepper hunting sights on the highlands in search of the elusive Capsicum galapagoense.
Me llamo Jennifer.
Ricardo?
Ricardo.
Sí.
Oh, good.
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this is,
Yeah, little frutescens.
yeah, it's similar the leaf.
Sí, similar.
Uh-huh.
Pero especie es diferente.
Ajá. Tiene, no sé, tan grande.
Grande.
Ya, esta es porque la fruta es así.
¿Cómo, cuántos años?
No tiene un año.
¿Un año?
Ajá,
Pero grande.
sí.
Wow.
La del pequeñito es así, no es muy grande.
Sí.
Así, sí, pero no tanto. Esta
No flores. No
ahorita
fruta.
no, ahorita no, se cayeron, terminaron.
Sí.
Ajá.
Too dry.
Ya, last month or 2 months, no, last month, it was some fruit, some flowers.
Last month. Okay.
Yeah, but
In
in a few days it's going to have new
yeah.
because it's
Se llama en inglés es Tabasco.
Tabasco. Yeah, Tabasco.
En the scientifica se llama es Capsicum frutescens.
Capsicum.
Capsicum
Capsicum.
frutescens.
Frutescens.
Sí. Bonita.
Yeah.
Once Victoria figured out just how passionate I was about peppers, she seemed to genuinely enjoy guiding us around her property and showing me all the pepper plants her family had growing amongst the landscaping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little fruit right there.
Aquí está otra.
Wow. Yeah, me encanta ají.
Sí, si gustas puedes comerlo porque así ya lo comen.
And that genuine kindness was not limited to the Gorozabel family. Almost everyone we met in the Galapagos seemed to have a sincerity that is often hard to find in modern American culture.
Oh.
Pues bueno, pues de cocinar y comer va a llevar para...
¿Para los bolones o no?
No. Diferente. Es para torta de
Oh, I see.
Sort of looks like durian, doesn't it?
planta.
Wow.
Fruta y pan.
Ah,
Ya.
sí.
I know.
Yeah.
We were headed into the breathtaking Rancho Pramicias.
Otro dueño.
It's one of the many reserves on the island that have made it their mission to protect the habitat of the iconic Galapagos giant tortoise. Within seconds of exiting the truck, I spotted the first pepper.
Bonita. Wow. ¿Puedo probar?
Señorita, ¿este aquí se puede probar?
Es un ají solo para
Adorno.
Sí, de adorno.
Pero no se puede...
Podrían coger un guito, pero despacito, ¿ya?
¿Uno?
Sí, uno.
Solo uno.
Sí, rojo.
Sí, rojo. Picante.
¿Picante?
Sí. Me encanta.
El que tiene el trapiche, ese pequeñito, ese es más picante.
¿Aquí?
En
Se
otra,
ve.
en otra finca,
Sí.
en otro recorrido.
Yo creo se llama Capsicum Galapagos.
No, el trapiche ecológico.
Oh.
Ajá.
¿Cómo se llama este?
Un pequeñito así, en Chile.
Ujú.
Un chile pequeñito así,
Sí.
pero más picante.
Sí. ¿Cómo se llama?
¿Ají o chile? Esa creo que se llama el especie de la piel. Es más como para jardín.
Sí.
Sí, yo tengo los Oh, you're always a turtle.
Hey, girl, look at you.
Things were looking up already, and we hadn't even gotten past the visitor center yet.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah.
How old is he?
It's over 100 years old. No ring, over 100.
I mean, they're softer than they are when they're adults.
This was it. Something Jen and I had waited our entire lives to observe in its natural habitat. And the tortoises weren't the only giants on this ranch. As we roamed the property, we found countless wild capsicum frutescens with trunks the size of my forearm.
Look at that. Huge. I think that's the biggest frutescens I've ever seen. Look at that.
The latest capsicum monograph mentions these semi-wild hemerophiles being scattered about on the Galapagos Islands, and we had found them.
Muy picante.
Sí.
Good.
¿Diferente?
Es lo mismo.
Ah, lo mismo.
Especia lo mismo.
Ya.
You want to try one? Yeah, just a nibble. Good?
Yeah.
No, no bueno. Mejor esto. No, esto es muy,
He's saying no one off the ground.
muy seco.
Muy seco.
Mejor de acá. Aquí es bueno.
Just like the genuine kindness Victoria showed us, Wilson, our driver, extended the same warm hospitality once he realized what we were truly searching for.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
The unwavering spirit and helpfulness of the Ecuadorian people is beyond words.
Look how big that stem is. Thing must be 20 years old. What is it?
After filling our pockets with peppers, we turned our attention to the lava tunnels here at Rancho Pramicias. Ancient passages carved by molten lava, offering a mesmerizing journey into the volcanic history of the Galapagos. As Wilson turned and left us to explore the lava tunnels on our own, the mystery of these ancient formations began to reveal itself, one shadowy curve at a time.
Hello! So we're in the lava tunnels, and plants are taking advantage of all the artificial lighting in the tunnel.
I want to know where they're coming from, though.
Seeds and flow. And our taxi driver picked a bunch of frutescens for us. We actually didn't know we were supposed to walk through the entire thing, so he's probably down here looking for us right now. We were supposed to walk the entire cave system, but we didn't know. We came back up. Señor!
Whoops, I knew he'd be down here looking for us though.
Señor!
¿Por dónde salieron?
Sí, no sé caminar el todo.
Sí.
Sí, yo me acuerdo.
At least he was a good sport about it, and man, did he know how to pick the good ones. We spent the rest of the evening unwinding back at the Gorozabel's ranch.
We got the pool all to ourselves. What you got?
Ice cream. Coconut ice cream.
Exploring their serene property as the sun set and admiring the efforts they've put into building such a wonderful home. Tomorrow, we'd launch our final search to uncover Capsicum Galapagoense once and for all. El Puntudo was the natural next step in our quest for this elusive wild capsicum. After finding no trace along the island's coast or in the mid-elevations around Bella Vista, our last hope was to ascend the highest point on Santa Cruz. As Jen and I made our ascent, the terrain grew increasingly exposed, and a sinking feeling in my gut told me this pepper hunt would be far more challenging than I had anticipated.
We are currently walking up El Puntudo. Quite the alien landscape.
It's another island over there. I think it's supposed to be a turtle.
As any botanist or hunter will tell you, when it's not your day, it's just not your day. All that remained was one last push to the very peak of El Puntudo.
Whew, that's hard. We did it. You like that? So we came up through all of this low-lying shrub and vegetation, but I'm thinking Galapagoense is out there in the forest under those trees.
And once again, this is why it's called wild capsicum hunting. You don't always find it.
Right now we're on the hunt for capsicum baboons with my new little family. We're gonna see if we can go find it. They think they know where one is. How many years? ¿Cuántos años? Sí.
Yeah, I live like 37.
37. Wow.
Blaine is
55. Wow. Just going to ask our friend if we can see the ahi. Okay, I think we have been granted access. Let's close the gate. Oh yeah.
Eso es como.
Mira flor.
Ajá, con la flor.
Perfecto.
The plant that the Gorozabel family led me to wasn't Capsicum galapagoense, but it was something equally rare. This was the elusive round Capsicum frutescens mentioned in the latest monograph.
So we have another frutescens, but this frutescens is round.
A remarkable find in its own right.
Picante.
Yo no.
Me encanta.
¿De verdad?
Sí. No problema.
Ah, no es mexicano.
Sí.
También. Ya no les aguantan. Ya no se importa lo picante. Recógemelo. Perfecto para mí.
Perfecto.
Se los pongo a sembrar.
Es como Tabasco, pero un poco diferente.
Ah, ya.
Sí.
Tabasco es el que me llaman Chile. Tabasco. Tabasco. Ah, Tabasco.
Tabasco. ¿Cómo es Tabasco?
Bien perdido. O si no, las gallinas. Muy bonito aquí con mucha flor para sembrar.
Gracias.
Para que se fríe la leña.
That one was a little hot. Gracias, muchas gracias.
If this content has inspired you to want to travel the world in search of peppers too, head over to pepperguru.com and start your adventure right now.